Hi there, my name is Victor Raessen, I'm the founder of Salesbuildr, and today I'm going to show you a demonstration of Salesbuildr. These are all the elements we're going to cover today. So we're going to look at the CRM, so keeping track of your companies and contacts. Then we're going to dive into the white space to see inside your customer base to discover opportunities for selling additional solutions. We're going to look at your sales pipeline. So how can you track all your sales opportunities? Look back at past performance, look at what's coming at you in the future. We're going to see how we can manage what we sell using the portfolio that we can program and configure to be standardized for the whole organization. And then we're going to look at how to manage your templates and approval rules, sending a proposal. We're going to check out the storefronts and the orders, which is creating a approved quote and turning it into a post-sale ticket. Let's start with looking at the CRM, and I am now logged into our instance that's connected, for this example, to Autotask. So as you can see, we have an overview of all our contacts, and we have an overview of all our companies. And what I can do here, I will filter on a company type. And as you can see here, you can filter on account manager, parent company. You can, even on Autotask, you can use the classification from Autotask to filter down on the, so only see red in this instance. And you can also use custom labels inside Salesbuildr to segment your customers into groups or audiences or whatever you want to call them. And this will be mainly, you can use this with the white space, and I will dive into that later on. As you can see here, let's pick a sample customer, search for names. And as you can see here, I can see the customer name. There's a shortcut to the company inside Autotask. Let's just check that out right now. There we go. All right. Bit of a lag, but so now I'm logged into Autotask, and if I now click the Autotask icon, I immediately jump to the company page inside Autotask, where it's synced. Classification is synced, and all the company information. You can see that I applied a custom label here. I can see the year-to-date one-time revenue and the year-to-date monthly revenue and the amount of quotes I have sent with Salesbuildr. Now, if I open the company card in Salesbuildr, you can see you can add some generic information about the company here. You can see that all the proposals that have been sent to the customer with all the details. There's the overview of the opportunities with all the details. An overview of the contacts that work in the company. You can then do the same here. You can click on Autotask icon and jump to the contact page inside Autotask. And you can see the contracts, right? So we pull in the contracts on Autotask. And as you can see, you can inspect the contracts, the duration, what's on the contract, to get some insights on the customer. You can also select this button to create a new renewal proposal for that company based on what's in the contract today, based on a template that you can select. So it's also easy to, you can not only inspect your companies and your contacts, but you can also create new contacts. So if I say create a new contact, I can use the email address of the contact I want to add, click on fetch, and that will pull in the information. We use Apollo, CRM, the sales automation platform on the back end and the API. That will pull in all the customer, company, and contact data points that are public. And you can see here, state, country, founded, all the socials, and you can then save that. And done. And now if I go to that contact, I have all the information, and it's linked to the company card. So that covers the CRM. So it's a light CRM, and gives you insights on all your customers and all your contacts. So let's move into the white space. So again, I'm going to use our example with Autotask, but it works on ConnectWise too. So what I can do here is select the companies tab, and you can see all the customers here that we just went through. And there's now a white space tab. Now, what does the white space tab do? It will give you insights into your customer landscape. You can see all your service categories that you've created, and this is based on the service code in Autotask. So all the services are created in Autotask, and you use service codes to group them. And these service codes are mapped to categories in Salesbuildr, and they contain the services inside Autotask. They're also present in Salesbuildr, and you can use them to create a proposal. But it also shows you the contract. So I can now pick one customer here, open up the tile, and I can see all the existing contracts for that customer. I can also jump into the contract in Autotask. Sort of clicking on the icon, inspect the contract, the details. I can see the overbilling or underbilling compared to the list price today, and I can create a renewal proposal based on this button here, based on a template. That will then take what's inside the contract today, create a new one for them for that renewal process. The other thing I can do here is I can quickly filter. So I can say, okay, show me all the customers that do not have Microsoft 365 as a service inside that service code Microsoft 365. If I select this, it's okay, so this customer does not have any services underneath the service code Microsoft 365. So the other way around is also possible. Show me all the customers that have services underneath Microsoft 365. And this can be used to send the customers an update or label your customers. So here, if I select the results, I can now bulk edit, and I can now apply a label to those companies. I can click on save. And if I now go back to companies, I can now filter for Microsoft 365. There we go. So the companies now have that label. And the cool thing here is you can now go to the context tab and use the same label. So I can go here, Microsoft 365, and all the contacts at those companies are now labeled, are now filtered out. So I can also use the label sales, show me all the contacts that have been labeled with sales as a custom label in Salesbuildr that I've added. And now what I can do is say, okay, I want to send these customers an email because we just had we have a new proposition, Microsoft Copilot, which is a perfect match for all those customers that have Microsoft 365. So I'm going to inform them about that. And it's not going to be a blanket marketing email. This is going to be an email from the account manager to the contacts. So they already know me. It's hyper relevant because it's based on what they currently buy and use. And we think this new service is going to be a perfect match. So I can now send those contacts this email, which is personalized out of my name. And I can see over here at the contact card what messages have been sent and if they have been opened back to the white space. So you can see here, that could be a very nice use case to do a service announcement or start a conversation about a new solution that works well with what they are already using today. You can label the results. You can go deeper here. You can also select a specific account manager. You can filter for contract name or contract category in Autotask. But you can also see what contracts are ending this year for this quarter. And then that needs, as an account manager, that means I can now go to that customer and start a conversation about renewing the proposal. Renewing the proposal is easy. You select this button. You pick the appropriate template you've designed for this specific situation. You select the contact, and that template will be used to create a proposal for that customer based on the services that are already in the contract today. Right? There's the proposal, there's the service, then managed service user package, and you can now go into the quote editor and you can now add stuff if you want, for doing upsell or cross-sell, and you can also change the quantities and then send it out to the customer for review. What else for the white space? You can also do group companies by parent company, and you can also do deep dive to say, I want to sell, and then pick a specific service. And then you can say to customers who have Microsoft 365, for example. This is a bad example because there's no one, but you can create segments. So show me the customers that do not have server monitoring, that's under monitoring, but only for customers who have an existing service that is, let me pick this one. So it shows, okay, these 2 customers have this specific service. I want to sell them this service also. So this will show me, okay, this customer has managed user service and has server monitoring because it's green, but this customer does not have server monitoring yet. So here I can create that opportunity, or I can label the customer and use that label to send them a message to start a conversation, and then from that conversation book and develop the opportunity. That's what you do with the white space. You can also export the results and use the results of the white space in the segmentation for in your marketing automation platform, for example. Let's go into the sales pipeline next. So sales pipeline, if you're on the dashboard, you can also already see the opportunities created, closed, and the conversion rate. And you can go into the opportunities tab, and then you can see all the open opportunities. You can filter for specific companies, the status of the opportunity, the category of the opportunity, pipeline stage, the source, the close dates, the expected close date, specific owner of the opportunity, and you can sort by ascending or descending, age, expected close, last updated or name, the search. And you can open them up, and then you can see the opportunity. You can add a note to add some context to an opportunity, and you can edit those opportunities here. So you can see all those fields that are relevant for keeping track of. Well, how Salesbuildr works is as soon as you create a proposal, you can create an opportunity manually. You can import them from Autotask. But if you create a proposal, it will automatically create an opportunity for you in the pipeline. And it will keep it up to date, looking at what's inside the proposal, one time and monthly recurring. Where is the proposal in terms of draft, sent, approved, declined, expired? And it will update the pipeline stages and status accordingly. So it's no manual work involved. And that makes for a much more accurate reporting of the sales pipeline. Next, let's have a look at the portfolio. So how does this work? The portfolio in Salesbuildr is where you manage everything that you sell. So it can be hardware, software, services, or labor, all synced with your PSA, right? So services are automatically pulled in because we see the PSA as the source of truth, the master data. If you create a new service in your PSA, it will be automatically pulled into Salesbuildr for you. And the other thing is that you sell is hardware, right? Maybe laptops or desktops or whatever. And you can create a structure in Salesbuildr, and you can then configure those categories so that you automate a couple of things. That can be markup, right? So what do I want to make on the cost price? can be add-ons. For example, look, what do I want to sell if I sell a laptop from this category? I want to include, as a mandatory, I want to include installation, a Microsoft license, can be a care pack, and then optionally I want to offer a docking station or a keyboard and a mouse. I can also automatically add shipping to the proposal if I pick an item from this category. And I can automatically insert a default description for my customer. So we'll be adding the laptop to the proposal. It will automatically apply a markup, calculate the sales price. It will insert this standardized text, and it will add the add-ons that I've configured here on the tab. So it's an instant solution. The products in my portfolio can be managed here. So what Salesbuildr does, based on the manufacturer part number, it will pull in the information, part number, name, description, sales description, and the pricing. And the pricing is dynamic. So as you can see, the cost is based on the cost from the distributor. The markup is based on the markup that I've configured on the category, and that will automatically calculate the sales price. And if tomorrow the price changes, fluctuates, the sales price will be automatically adjusted based on those rules. Here you can see the landscape of distributors, and you can set rules for what distributor Salesbuildr needs to pick, your favorites, or when to deviate based on availability or better pricing. Now, every item that I sell has its own page in Salesbuildr that's automatically generated and a rate based on the part number from the manufacturer. We will pull in those images, the sales copy, specifications, and if the vendor has pushed that information, we will also show you recommended products. You can see the quotes that this product has been added to. You can see the price history log, and you can see the add-ons if you have configured them. For example, if I go to categories, HP laptops, if I go to a laptop, here I can see the add-ons that have been added to this category, so they are inherited on the product. Now, I have all these handy products here. So normally what happens is some products will go in the flies, right? So what Salesbuildr does, it will flag them as not found because we keep track of all those part numbers across all the connected distributors. And if we can't find the part numbers at the distributor catalog anymore, they will be flagged with not found. You can manually review them. And if you say, okay, this is correct, then you can bulk edit them and set them to inactive. And that means they can't be added to a proposal anymore. There's more that you can do with the bulk editor, right? So you can change the list status, you can change the vendor, you can move products in bulk between categories. You can also manipulate the flags, the product flags can be sold, serialized, RMA, does not require procurement. And you can, if you start out, you can in bulk clearly explicit cost price and markup. So Salesbuildr is now then enabled to work based on the rules, right? The cost price of the distributor and the markup that you set on a category, and it's now on autopilot. Let's have a look at the marketplace. So Salesbuildr is connected to the distributors that you use for procuring hardware. As you can see on the left, these are the distributors that this instance is connected to. Now, you can browse, right? You can browse manufacturer, distributor. You can just search for products here, and it's pretty fast, right? Go HP, ProBook, G10, and you can see the results here. And now I can refine, so I can also do i5, right? So it now shows me HP ProBook G10 with an i5 processor. I can also do 256 So it will only show me the ones with 256 memory. So now I can see from all those products across all your connected distributors, there's only 4 that are available, and I can also see the prices here. And if they're none in my portfolio yet, I can import that product. I can add it to the category HP laptops. I can save it, and it will inherit the information I configured on that category: markup, shipping, add-ons, etc. I can also instruct Salesbuildr to automatically, for this search string, all the matches that work with this search string, I can import those results. So that means all the matches here on a daily basis, import them into my category HP laptops, and also import future products that will match this search string. So what it does is I'm assured all those products are automatically imported into Salesbuildr, so it's always up to date. That's cool because it saves a lot of time. The other thing that's cool is that you can set on the category that I have imported those products into, I can say hide products that are not in stock. So it only shows the products that are actually that you can buy. So that's the sales portfolio. And now let's have a look at the templates, because it's a nice bridge. Because let's look at the templates. So in Salesbuildr, you can manage your documents that you use as a template, as a starting point for a new proposal or a contract, right, or a master services agreement. Doesn't really matter. You can make them all. Let's have a look at one of those templates. So here's a template, and typically a template has a cover page, which can be a background image. And then you can have text or images in front of those, right? And those can contain merge fields. So we'll inject all the company and contact data, or the quote title, or the quote number. It's a bunch of stuff that you can use. And here, as you can see, typically you have a cover letter. You can edit the letter, and you can use a list of all these merge fields we just named, and then you can see examples of what that value is. There we go. And then you have some sales collateral. You can also add one of your template building blocks, which is basically can be service descriptions, product descriptions that can contain text, videos, full screen backgrounds, and that can also be tied to the products or services inside your portfolio. So what's cool is here is you can have a description about Jabra, and that can include add-ons from your portfolio. So once you use this template, it already has all the relevant products and services. The other thing that's relevant here is that you can have settings per individual template. So you can define what the template looks like, if you want to show subcategories in the financial summary, if you want to have your customers the ability to change the quantities, if they can add some context to the proposal, if they can pick and choose, and how you want them to be able to sign the proposal, right? Do they have to log in using single sign-on, or can they sign if you send them the proposal without logging in? It's very flexible. When it comes to the widget templates, this is where you basically write down for your customers what are you getting when you buy the solution from. And this is where you can use labels to make sense of it all and to quickly filter down what's relevant. So you can quickly find what you're looking for. And here, as you can see, you can add items here from your portfolio. You can set if the end customer can make a single choice or a multiple choice. And you can then give them with the information they need to make a decision. And now we're going to start creating a proposal later. I'll show you how those templates work in collaboration with those template building blocks. Let's look at the approval rules. So what can you do in Salesbuildr? Because you want to keep track of quotes when they are sending out. So what you can do here is you can create one-year rules and stack them. So you can track bandwidth for the value of the proposal, above or below. You can look at the annual recurring revenue. You can look at the discount that's applied, or you can look at specific services or products from specific categories. Some can be very complex, or there has to be a sales engineer involved that has to check the proposal if everything has been selected properly. But you can also check on opportunity category. Or sometimes there's a new teammate on the sales team, and you might want to check them the first couple of months if they made the correct choices in the proposals. When it comes to the proposals, let's have a look how you can create a quote. So from the dashboard, I can click the create a quick quote tile or press Q on my keyboard. Now, the default template is already selected. You can pick another one here if you want. And here you can pick the company you want to create a proposal for. It will automatically select the company contacts, generate a title based on naming conventions, and from here you can add a product if you want. I'm going to add MacBook. Why don't we? And this is going to generate an opportunity quote based on the template, inject the relevant data. There you go. We have, let's go into the editor first. Here's my cover page. There's my laptop I just added to the proposal. There's the financial summary, the conditions and the contract information. And there's a nice get in touch about us. This template already contains some data. And it has a attachments section. So here on the template, I can already attach a PDF, right? That hasn't been done in this template. I can pick another one that has it, by the way. Let me go here, standard code English. There we go. Do the same. So you can see the difference between templates. There we go. Click on create. There's a preview. So you can see I have a virtual business card on the left, and this is how my customer will view the proposal. There's the cover page. There's my cover letter. All the relevant data points filled in. There's a laptop I just added to the proposal, and this laptop was in a category, and a category had those add-ons that have now been added to the quotes. And notice that these are optional and these are mandatory, so these can't be removed, but these can be pre-selected, which I will do. Then there's the conditions section, the financial summary, there's a case study here, and then we have the attachments, which are my terms and conditions. I'm going to go into the quote page, the default quote page, the quote editor, and here I can edit the proposal. So I can change the text if I want to. I can change the quantities. I can click on the line item, and I can inspect what's the situation at my distributor landscape, what's in stock, what's my cost price. I can pick another distributor if I want to. And I can add more products from my portfolio if I want to. I just select them and insert them into the proposal. I can add page breaks to the left to make sure that when my customer downloads this proposal as a PDF, that still looks good. There we go. So if I now want to send it to the customer, I can click send, and from here I can see, okay, I'm sending it to this contact person. I can add more people. I can add internal colleagues. I can add an internal note if I want, and then you can see rule-based. There's the expiration date. There's the expiry notification, which means that the customer will get an email based on a template inside Salesbuildr to remind them that if the quote's not approved yet before that date, say, hey, there's still quotes. Have a look. If you have any questions, please contact me. And here I can select a outgoing email from my template library that will then send that email to that contact. It will notify me, hey, there's some items in the proposal are unavailable. I'm going to send it that way. Okay, there it is. So it's now awaiting approval. I can also see that there's an audit trail for every proposal. I can see who made the proposal, what's been added, what's been changed, when was it sent. And now I can see, I'm going to check the manage settings. So this quote can be approved without logging in. Good. Let's keep it simple for today. I'm going to share the link to the quote, public link, add it to clipboard. I'm going to sign out, and I'm going to paste that URL so you can see the proposal through the eyes of your end customer. So there's a quote, there's a share button, there's a download PDF button, there's my virtual business card, which I can configure. I can add buttons for booking a meeting or chatting with me through Teams. And now I can scroll down, see the proposal. I can deselect these. I can also change the quantities if I want. If I do, it will also change the quantities of the underlying items because they're tied together. Now, there's the financial summary. I need to review the terms and conditions. This is now linked to the website, but it can also be a PDF that's inside the proposal here. And only when the terms and conditions are accepted, then the customer can actually add a PO, can add a note, and can add their name. And then they will have to sign the proposal. So there you go. And then this customer I've chosen to do so I can do this on a template gets redirected to the confirmation page where I'm thanked for the order, and my expectations can be managed by clearly stating what is it that you can expect from us next. Now you can use this page to also add programmable buttons where you can do other things. For example, go to an external website to maybe set up a payment mandate. If you use Go Cardless or something like that, that can be used. As you can see, you can also add landing pages to Salesbuildr to tell your customer stories about what you do and what you can do for them. Now let's log in again. There we go. And here you can see the approved quotes. And you can also see the audit trail that has been approved, that the quantity was updated. So tracked in the audit trail. Let's go back to this example instance with that's connected to Autotask. So here I can go to products and let's pick something that's in stock. Why don't we? Let's pick a UPS. So I'm going to create a proposal for a UPS very quickly. Sample quote, it's a big company. Let's add UPS to the proposal and click on create. So I'm going to show you what you can do with Salesbuildr once that quote has been approved by your customer. Because that's interesting, because this will speed up a lot of your post-sale process. So as you can see here, the quote is now created with that UPS, and this is now synced to Autotask. And what we're going to do is we're going to mark this as sent. First, we're not going to send it out to the customer. We can mark it as sent, and then we're going to accept it on behalf of the customer. There we go. So just to get to that approved proposal. So we now have an approved proposal. It has been pushed to Autotask, right? Syncing. Let's open the opportunity in Autotask so we can verify that it has been created, right? All the fields are filled in. And there's the link to the quote. PDF, the signed PDF will also be attached later. But what I wanted to show you is this, that you can then go to this tab with the actions and we can now create a ticket. Why? Because this contains the UPS and I have to create a post-sale ticket to then add that UPS as a charge, and then I have to procure the UPS. Then I have to install it, connect it, and configure it. But what you can do here is you can select the products that have been added to this proposal. I can see that in the template there was already some products, but let's add them all. And this will be made. You can add the estimated hours, add the due date, the billing code, and you can see that it contains the distributors for the products that has been added to the quote. I'm going to click submit. This creates the post-sale tickets in Autotask based on a template, based on default rules. And that has now been linked to the proposal. If I click that tickets link, there's my ticket. Again, all the fields are filled in. It's correctly linked to the opportunity and the quotes. And you can see that the charges have been added to the post-sale tickets. And now you can do the basket adding, micro or CNEX, order those items, and you can then go from here to do the rest of your workflow. So let's have a look at the storefronts, and this was the orders, the post-sale processing the orders. We are working on a purchase order automation. More on that later. And the storefronts is something that you can also configure in Salesbuildr, but we are already on 36 minutes, so there's a separate video which we will link in the comments that you can click to watch the demonstration for the self-service portal. For now, this was the demo of Salesbuildr, and I hope you've learned what you came here to learn. And if you have any questions or want to try out the software, please reach out to us through the website. You can go here. There's a button, book a demo. There's a button, start a free trial. Please get in touch. We'd love to answer your questions. Thanks for your time.